Proceset zgjedhore janë baza e demokracisë. Rusët u kujdesin që gjatë gjithë kohës të komentonin krizën në kuvendin e Kosovës mbi bazën e dezinformatës, duke ripërsëritur që kriza nuk është një dështim momental, por një karakteristikë sistematike e këtij shteti, që demonstron vetëm një paaftësi kronike për vetëqeverisje.
I think we're experiencing here in Kosovo is, of course, part of a huge global phenomenon. We are proud to be Kosovo's allies as part of that global phenomenon, and we are fighting the same fight. But Kosovo is not unique, and Kosovo is not alone. And we will continue to work together on this challenge.
But also regionally in not just the Western Balkans, but a whole of Europe approach to sort of put a brick wall against Russia and Chinese efforts to very blatantly undermine our democracy. And probably the most pernicious piece of this is the one you just mentioned, Adea, which is the gendered attacks on women at all levels of society, but particularly women in politics. They don't even hide it. We talked about today a lot of women whose children were threatened, whose livelihood are undermined. I mean, I really admire every woman in Kosovo who is willing to run that gauntlet and get into politics, because there's just one hurdle after another trying to be in there, whether it's focusing on your looks or why you're not home with your family or the patriarchal norms that say you shouldn't even be in politics. It's hard. And I think what we and NDI and through Disicon and our other programming for 26 years now have really tried to empower society with the tools to combat this. One, raise awareness. Two, train those who are in the media to recognize when they're falling into this trap of gender disinformation and to hold each other accountable to doing it. Women need to have better sisterhood to support each other, but we have to have men allies who stand up and say, this is not okay.
I'm really impressed to know that UK is as well facing the same, if not similar, disinformation influence within their institutions. How they are dealing with it, we don't have, our donor is not coming and saying, we teach you underdeveloped world how to deal with this because we know how to do it. But it's recognizing, I really appreciate recognizing that we're all battling this matter. It makes the job a bit more easier for my colleagues who, the second point I want to make, the background to this kind of work is being involved in front line of doing programs on disinformation means that the team that does it is occasionally attacked by all these media that we expose. We've had campaigns by extremist portals, more religiously extremist portals, going after us after we've spoken about religious extremist disinformation in our reports. So it's not as academic as it sounds. The background here, it's people, talking heads, speaking in a very, let's say, academic world, but it's nasty behind the scenes. We literally have teams of this portal coming to our office with cameras, knocking in our doors, asking for our rent contracts. Why are we staying in this office? It's really feeling under attack, as well as my colleagues, for example, who have done a particular program, women colleagues, a particular program on women, violence against women, have been attacked by people who have platforms, pornographic platforms online to attack women just a day after they've done the program on a violent man.
Por më tepër, Rusët në dezinformatat e tyre kanë publikuar edhe në gjuhën shqipe dhe në gjuhën serbe.